Hi, these are your marriage coaches, Mareli and Carol and Zhao, and it's time for our weekly marriage hacks.
Yeah.
And today our hack is
How to remain friends even after you get married.
woohoo.
Yeah.
All
I
right.
think one of the things that we notice for many couples is that after you get married, you kind of don't know what to do, how to continue growing in your friendship.
Yeah.
Because I think when you meet, you're really attracted to each other sexually.
Chemical.
Chemical.
It's just-
Yes,
yeah.
it's all just very, very attractional, very attractive. And then after you get married, you don't know what to do. You kind of get bored with each other.
Yeah, very easy. For those who are watching and are single and saying never happened to us.
For those who are dating, they're saying, "Oh, poor couples, that will never happen to us."
Yes,
Either. Yeah.
yes. So we want to talk about, for those of you who are married and are thinking, how do we grow in this relationship? How do we keep growing as friends in the middle of children and all those other things? So here's what we're going to talk about. We're going to talk about the 4 areas of intimacy that you can continue to grow in, and 4 places where you can use this as a diagnostic to check your marriage, to see is your marriage actually in that space. You can use it as a prayer guide,
Yeah.
because you can pray for the areas you feel you're not doing very well, and also it can just be a space where you say, okay, this is an area we need to work on.
Yeah.
So area number 1 is spiritual.
Yes.
So,
Yeah, for spiritual growth, you want to grow spiritually together, and the way that we have done that is pray. I mean, you can pray together, even if it is over a meal time. I know for some people you're like, oh my goodness, how do we pray together? Even if it's over a meal time, I mean, you can go ahead and do that. I think we also realized reading books together on marriage, and then praying together over the issues that we have learned.
Yeah.
That has been fantastic.
So that was an easy one for us. We'd read a chapter we just got a book. We'd get a book on marriage, read a chapter a week, just keep it very simple, and then we'd meet for a couple of hours once a week and just pray over. Discuss first, and then just pray.
Yeah.
And we found that just growing closer to each other, growing together with God, really strengthens your marriage. It really is a foundation that you're building for your marriage when you grow spiritually.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's the first one. Area number 2
is intellectual
and social areas.
and social areas.
Yeah.
Yes, and the thing is that you don't want to grow apart intellectually. The truth is that we're working in different spaces, people are in different professionals, and it's so possible not to enter into each other's worlds as far as intellectual intimacy is concerned.
Absolutely.
And so make an effort to get to know what your spouse is up to, get to understand what is their job about, what is their career about, what are they concerned, what are their goals, what are they working towards, because that will really just help you enter into each other's worlds intellectually.
It's not a coincidence that your spouse is what they are, the profession they have, the interest they have. God actually gave you that as an asset for your marriage.
That's true.
And so it's very important. I had to understand as a pastor what psychology, because that's what my wife is, a psychologist. I had to understand how that affects theology. And it's changed how we run Mavuno Church just by understanding that.
Yeah.
And so just understanding your spouse's strengths, intellectually bringing yourself, and what we find is many couples, you grow separately.
That's so true.
Because you have different interests. You're a marketer, she's an IT person,
Or even a doctor and a marketer.
and your worlds don't cross, but endeavor to grow intellectually. And that means also you end up with common friends. Because when my friends, when I understand her world, I'm able to befriend her friends, and they become my friends as well.
Yeah.
So that's number 2.
That's number
3 is
intellectual.
emotional.
Yep. And that has to do with your friendship. Just doing things to promote your friendship.
Learning to enjoy each other.
Yeah. Is it taking little walks? Is it cooking together? Is it watching his football game or whatever game that he's watching? So kind of just growing, just seeing, points of interest, hobbies. How can you enter into each other's hobbies and include each other in your hobbies, just so that you can grow together in your friendship.
It's learning each other's love language, understanding what it means for the other person, how the other person feels loved. Because many times we want to love people the way we like being loved, and it's not their language.
Yeah.
And so understanding, there's a great book called His Needs, Her Needs, talks about the 5 love languages.
Yeah.
And it's great to understand your spouse's love language, because then you're able to actually do things that are good for them, that they enjoy you doing. And it just grows your friendship. It's a way of just saying we want to be friends.
Yeah, like yours is service. Have I gotten it right?
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
No, mine is actually, mine is actually, what is it? It's engaging together. What is that? Socially?
Yeah.
Yeah, coming to do these with me.
Oh, coming to do this with you. Okay, fantastic. For me, it's very simple.
Just got a point.
Yes, I need to work on that. For me, it's taking a walk in the evening. I
For you,
really
it's
love
time together.
Yeah, just time
Yeah,
together. Taking a
absolutely.
walk does it for me.
So that's what you do, is understand the other person's love language and then begin to just grow in your friendship. That's number 3. Number 4, last but not least, is physical,
Yes.
which is really sexual
Yeah.
growth and intimacy.
Yeah.
Now, when you're dating, you'd think this one's an obvious. It's a given. That of course, this
Of
is going to be on
course,
fire
this
all the time.
works, yeah.
But you know what? It's not like that. God designed us to be passionately monogamous.
Yes.
But many times we don't realize it takes work. It
Yeah.
means that you actually have to work at it. You have to deliberately schedule your time. You have to actually make sure that you're presentable. Many times what happens is couples let themselves go. And so you find that, yeah, it's like sex becomes a routine.
Yeah.
And you're no longer as excited about being with the other person.
Yeah. So plan for sex dates.
Absolutely.
Plan for little sex surprises.
You need
know,
to make
just
sure that you're
spice it up.
investing in your physical.
In your
And even when kids come,
Yeah.
put the kids with a sitter. Some of us, the kids end up becoming little gods in the house, and it's like our kids make sure that like they stifle our sex life. It's like, how are they even born? Anyway, let me not even
No,
go there.
let's not
That's
even
a
go
pet
there.
peeve. But anyway, just make sure that you're scheduling that. And you know what? It's not a duty. It's not something you do because you have to. It's something you do because it's an icing in your marriage. It
enjoyable.
helps you grow together
Yeah.
in your intimacy. So there you are.
Yeah.
Four
Those are 4 hacks.
four
Yeah.
ways
Yeah.
that you can grow in your friendship, in your marriage. Our prayer for you, for every couple listening to this, is that every time we give a marriage hack, that you'll find at least one thing that you can do.
Yeah.
And I know you've kept saying that, right?
Yes, and so our challenge to you this week is just to do one of them.
Find out one of those
Just
that you
one
need
of
to
them.
grow in,
Yeah.
and then
if
take an
you're-
action there.
Take an action and then let us know.
Absolutely.
Yeah, let us know.
All right. God bless you.